Goddamn. Goddamn, guys.
Yes, goddamn is right. Because I look up and my camera's out of focus. Goddamn is right. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. What is going on? Welcome back to another edition of NHP. Another edition of NHP Unscripted, to be exact. And yeah, welcome back to another edition of Unscripted. This is episode 275, as we are back with yet again another edition here for you guys today, where we will be talking, well, it was going to be no AEW Dynamite, but we do have not a episode of Dynamite to talk about, but we rather have the leagues have been announced for the Continental Classic, so we're going to talk about that because man, I gotta applaud them, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But how's everybody doing? And welcome back to another edition of Unscripted here today for you guys. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know the show works every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central. We are on here with Unscripted, this very show that you are watching now. Every Friday, we are on here with the news at 3 p.m. Central. And for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. Speaking of that, news this Friday, again, will take place at 12 p.m. Central, so the same exact time you guys are meeting us here today, you guys can meet us on Friday for an episode of the news. As well as Saturday night, we will be live on here with the Survivor Series post-show, the Survivor Series War Games post-show review. We will be live on here for that as well, talking War Games, talking about the two War Games matches, as well as the undercard for it, which is John Cena, Dominic Mysterio, and Stephanie Becker and Nikki Bella. So we will be live on here for that. If you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, you guys can watch that on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, you can join us right here. Like I said, Fridays at 3 p.m. Central for the news, which again, this Friday will not be at 3. This Friday will be at noon, 12 p.m. Central, just so you guys know. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is in the top description of this very video, man, where you get this beautiful piece of Notorious Hills merchandise live on there as we speak, man. And with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, please let everybody know what it is you are smiling about today.
Well, still can't answer that, unfortunately, but overall, I'm doing good, man. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out, just been moving normally, man. We just had Full Gear weekend. A lot of people hated Full Gear. I didn't think it was bad. I've definitely seen worse. And we got Survivor Series weekend this weekend, man. So I'm excited for that. You I'm intrigued for that, I'll say. I don't know about excited. What I'm really excited for, Thanksgiving this week, man. Very excited. Love Thanksgiving. Love being with the family. Love the food. Always great with Thanksgiving. Love Thanksgiving, man. Other than that, just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing? Watching the replay. What about you, bro? How are you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, chilling, dude, chilling. Like you, I am very excited. I'm very, very excited for Thanksgiving. Very excited. My OG makes a couple dishes that I truly look forward to for Thanksgiving every year, as well as the misses. So I'm very, very excited for Thanksgiving in that regard. But other than that, yeah, right after that we go. right into Black Friday, right into War Games, man. So, yeah, that is yeah. Other than the busy week that's about to happen, not too much, man. Not too much. Same old, same old. Um, yeah, that's pretty much about it, man. That's pretty much about it. Just looking forward to Survivor Series and whatnot. Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Gotti says he's making ribs. That sounds amazing. Um, this guy's always cooking something, man. This guy's always cooking
It
something.
really is.
He he definitely is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, man. That's pretty much it for me. It's, again, nothing too much going on, man. Nothing too much going on other than shit later in the week. So yeah, that's it. And as for you guys, how are you guys doing? Whether you guys are here now or part of the Replay Mafia, hi guys, JT and JB. How are you guys doing? But back to you guys in the live chat, man. We got Logan, Bell, Durante, as Toronto is asked. I'm good. Family's good. And what about you? Hey, yeah, like I said, what about you guys, man? We got Manager Logan in the chat, and we have the one and only, the owner of GDR Finances LLC. We have Mr. Walk him down and cut these shiz off. We have Mr. Walk him down and cook that shit up. Mr. Walk him down and run that marathon. Mr. Walk him down and climb that tree. We have my guy Gotti Devon in the chat. We have my brother Gotti. What is the new one? Is there a new one?
I think we have Mr. Welcome Down and restore that community, man. God, he says in the comments he's
Trying to
going
restore my
later
community.
at 1 o'clock. Mr. Restore that community, man, to give out Thanksgiving turkey and food. Goated, man. Goated.
Yes, Gotti says he is
That's
indeed
awesome.
about to restore his community. That's dope. That's actually dope, bro. That's actually dope. I just took a
That's
second.
really awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Shout out Gotti, bro. Shout out Gotti. This man is an absolute legend, bro. Restoring the streets of Green Bay, turkey by turkey, is Mr. Walk him down and cut these shits off. So
You know what? Speaking of turkey, what's your guys' favorite way of getting the turkey cooked? Are you guys baked or are you guys deep fried?
whatever the fuck my mom does to that shit, bake it. She bakes it. But it, my my mom makes my mom bakes the turkey, but then she makes like a homemade gravy that she puts on top of it. Um, she makes it from scratch. I don't know how the fuck she does it, but whatever she puts in that, my god, that is shout out OG, bro. She also makes these she makes these green beans that are that are absolute fire, and then she also makes this sweet potato casserole. She puts like graham crackers and like marshmallows on top of it, bro. That shit, I'm telling you, I look forward to it every year, bro. It is a staple in the household, for sure.
Most definitely. Hell yeah, bro.
So, and then the missus makes a mac and cheese with jalapenos in it. So, man, I'm telling you, bro, I am looking forward to Thursday. Specifically every year, just for those dishes. I look forward to Thanksgiving. Yes, dry turkey, man. Hey, let me tell you, man. I've been to a couple Thanksgiving. I've been to a couple Thanksgivings, and with some oh God, some. I've been to a couple Thanksgivings with some cut off family. Okay, I'll just let's just say that. I've been to a couple Thanksgivings with some cut off family, and bro, that shit was ass, bro. Let me tell you, horrible meals for Thanksgiving. Absolutely
It's always
horrible.
unfortunate.
It is horrible, man. But bro, like I said, them green beans and bacon, that sweet potato casserole, the mac and cheese with jalapenos, bro, and the turkey with the homemade gravy. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Crazy. Staple in the community for sure. That's dope, Gotti. That's dope. Take pictures, bro. Take pictures. I'll definitely repost because that's a dope thing to do. I want to spread
Definitely.
for sure. Want to spread your message, bro, for sure. So please take pictures of whatever it is. Take a picture of you in a suit and a fucking turkey, handing the turkeys out, whatever it is, bro. Please, I would love to repost it because that's a dope thing to do. And I would love to spread that message, bro, for sure, for sure.
Truly, bro.
Yes. Oh, got it. You know I got the Marshawn Lynch reference, bro. You are talking to an OG Seahawks fan. I don't watch football too much anymore. I go to Manager Logan for my football knowledge these days. But once upon a time, holy fuck, that's probably like 10 years ago, bro. Once upon a time, your boy was a huge Seahawks fan. Huge Seahawks fan. So
He was. He was.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's dope, Gotti. That's dope. So, shout out Mr. Walk 'em down and cut they shiz off, bro. Always.
Always.
All right, man. So, let's see. We got Logan, for me, it's the opposite. A lot of people are either turkey or ham. I'm not a big ham guy. I'm a big turkey guy, though.
Definitely the ham guy. Man,
Oh,
good
trust
ass
me, we all
ham.
know.
That shit hits, bro. Shit. Ham, yam, whatever it may be.
Oh,
That
brother.
shit's fire.
Oh, brother.
I'm sorry.
Hams or yams? What
Yeah,
the
no,
fuck, man?
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I know. My God. Hey, Gotti, one of these days, bro, one of these days, Green Bay ain't too far away. One of these days, we'll have to
Yeah.
come and support at one of these events, bro. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, that is true. For me, not a big ham guy unless done right. Unless done right. Again, I've had a lot of really bad hams. I could for sure tell you I've had a lot of really bad hams, but definitely get it though. Definitely get it. So we got not much AEW to talk about at all. Honestly, only one thing. That of which being what they announced, I want to say this morning.
I think it was this morning.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. It was this morning. We have the Continental Classic 2025, which starts Wednesday, I believe. Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite, which also shocked me, is taking place from Nashville, Tennessee. It's not taking place from Chicago, so the Thanksgiving Eve tradition has been broken. It was a cool tradition.
Crazy. That's good.
We only really had like two good Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite shows, in 2021 and 2022. The other ones kind of sucked, but other than that, it was fine. It was fine since no, 100% Gotti. It was definitely dragged. I can say that.
Yeah.
But we will. Okay. All right. There we go. I don't know what happened. Okay. I, anyways, My God. So we have the Continental Classic leagues or the brackets for 2025. Here they are. As you can see, they have released the Gold League and the Blue League for the Continental Classic this year. And may I say, they have cooked on this one. I gotta give them a huge round of applause here, man. The leagues that they put together, I am really messing with. Man. I think, man, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be dope, man. So if you look on the right side of the screen, the Blue League, bro. Not only is John Moxley in there, which I think is going to be great for the telling of the Death Rider story. Not only is John Moxley in there, but bro, look who else he's going to have to go through in his league. Fucking Claudio is in the same league as John Moxley. Dude. And then, if you...
Shit's about to go crazy, dude.
Dude, if you look over to the left side of the screen, you have Darby Allin and Pac in the same league as well. You have Fletcher and Okada in the same league, and you have Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey in the same league as well. Which, if you look at this also from another perspective, we are going to get to see Speedball versus Okada, Speedball versus Fletcher, Speedball versus Knight, Speedball versus Pac, and Speedball versus Darby Allin. That is exciting. But dude, the story in here with the Death Riders, everything from the Death Riders to Jet Speed to the Don Callis family, they did an excellent job this year, man. I can't remember another year where I think they strategically put these leagues together better, because this is dope.
This is really dope. They did really good last year with doing like an overall story in there, and this year they took their ball and they're running with it, dude, and it's really working. They got multiple stories in here. You got a possible like Jet Speed turbulence, breakup possibility in there with them facing each other. You got all the Death Rider stuff, Death Rider versus Death Rider, Death Rider versus Darby again. Continuing that, you got the Don Callis family breakup looking to happen. Looks really fucking good. You got a few sneaks in there. You got Roderick Strong and Masquerada Dorada and Orange Cassidy in there.
Yeah,
but other than that, which I think Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy are both in the conglomeration.
Oh
so I
yeah,
guess
they
you
are.
technically do have interfaction fighting, and then you really just have Masquerada Dorada there for the fuck of it, man. But this shit looks fire, dude. These matches look fire. There's like multiple stories in here, man. He's killing it with the C2 this year, man. And the more World's End builds up, it looks to be like a possibly very interesting and good pay-per-view that they have the possibility to build up, and if they do, the fact that Forbidden Door and World's End have a chance to be their best pay-per-views this year is fucking wild. That is true, Logan. You do need to have the losers in there, so that does make sense.
That's why you got Kevin Knight and Masquerada Dorada. Which,
Masquerada Dorada.
Look, man, everybody's saying they think Takesha's going to win this thing, or Okada. I'm going to put my name in the hat of Masquerada Dorada. Come on, bro. We literally have the GOAT in the C2 this year. No, but I actually do hope they do the thing.
He's the GOAT.
I hope they do the thing that they did last year with it was like the semifinals happen on that night, and then the finals happen on that same night too. I would actually really love if they do that. I love that whole like survival of the fittest looking atmosphere, where Come on, Gotti, bro. You're not going with Masquerada Dorada? And what's Logan talking about? You
Oh
need
no,
these people to
that's the
lose
goat.
their matches, bro. I think Masquerada Dorada, he might win all of his matches. All right.
What's the worst part? Out of all people who put up the worst numbers, it's probably gonna be Moxley, and that's gonna be great because bro is about to be fucking annihilated in that tournament.
Especially when he loses to Claudio, bro. Dude. Oh
Oh,
man. When Claudio
the
fucking beats
tension.
him, the realization that's
Ooh.
gonna come over Moxley's face, bro. Oh, dude. And the tension that's gonna be in that group after he beats him. Because Moxley's been getting beat, by Kyle O'Reilly. I still don't know why, but he's been getting beat by Kyle O'Reilly. And, that's one thing because, he's not in his group. What is going to happen when he loses to somebody that is in his group? Because once he loses to Claudio, the whole group is probably going to realize we don't really need this dude anymore. If we're able to just beat the, the King Kong of AEW like that, then
Then
do we need
he ain't
him?
King Kong. I'm King Kong. Mm-hmm. It's about to go crazy, dude. This story, man, dude, when him, that tension is gonna be insane.
100%. But World's End, we are probably looking at that in the finals, that Takeshita Okada match, which is going to be dope.
I think so.
That is going to absolutely cook. I don't know who's going to win it, only because if Okada wins this year, he breaks the record for the most tournament wins at 6, which he's tied with the record now for 5. So I can't trust Tony Khan in that regard. I would 100%, though, have Takeshita win it. I think Okada has had the Continental Championship for long enough. I don't really see a point in him holding on to it again, or the unified title again. So yeah, but that match is going to absolutely cook. As for the semifinals, I could maybe see Takeshita versus Claudio, and then Fletcher Okada. I could probably see that as well for the semifinals for each league. So yeah, there you go.
Most definitely, and although I wouldn't be shocked if Okada wins, I think this year they might do the Takeshita win, just to make it so he doesn't get the record because of Takeshita. I think that's the story they're gonna say.
I certainly hope so. That would be great. We got Lonnie in the house, bro. What is going on, my man? How are you doing, bro?
How you doing,
Um,
man?
so yeah, those are the brackets for the Continental Classic this year. Yeah, I must say, I have to applaud AEW, man, because that looks pretty dope, man. And trust me, I will be seated for pretty much all the Gold League matches, because most of them will have to do with Mike Bailey. So I'm very excited to see what happens there. So, and I will especially be seated for Moxley versus Claudio. That is going to be incredible. So yeah, that is those are your brackets for the Continental Classic, man, as we gear up for hopefully what should be a good one going into World's End. So yeah, that is all we got for AEW. Again, if you guys did miss the full gear review, that is available on all platforms for you guys. Again, that is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and it is available for you guys right now as we speak on YouTube, man. So, yeah, if you guys do want to hear us talk about the latest happenings in AEW, the full gear review is up for you guys as we speak. Gotti says he was debating with someone because they said the Women's Heels War Games team only has 2 Hall of Famers, and I completely disagree. It has 3 for sure. The Women's War Games this year, Hall of Famers, I would say it has probably more than 3. Yes, the Continental. So the Continental, at least the way they did the Continental Classic last year, all the matches in the round robin tournament are on Dynamite and Collision, and then that's the only thing that does suck about a lot of Mike Bailey's matches. They're probably going to get put on Collision. So that's just wonderful. The whole round robin tournament is on Dynamite and Collision. The way they did it last year, I really liked because the finals, I believe it was Okada and Ricochet and Fletcher and Ospreay were in the beginning of the show. The 2 winners won their league, which was Okada and Ospreay, and then Okada and Ospreay met later in the night for the finals. I hope they do that again. I thought that was great. So oh, the women's heel war games. Okay, I gotcha. Who the fuck is on there? Kyrie, Lash Legend,
Dude,
Becky, Asuka, Nia.
I had to say the same thing to myself. I had to count all the members on the team because I want dead ass. They were on TV last night. Didn't even remember the team.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I would probably say there is 3, but there's 2. Nia Jax is only making the Hall of Fame because of who her cousin is. Yeah. I could say that.
Exactly.
The Rock, yes, the Rock is absolutely going to bully Triple H into giving Nia Jax a Hall of Fame spot. So I would say there's 2, but realistically, yes, there probably is 3. Personally.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna give it to Nia anyway, but there's truly 2.
For sure. But yeah, that is yeah, the women's face, the baby face team for the women, AJ,
straight Hall of Famers.
AJ, EO, Alexa, Charlotte, Rhea. Yeah, they're all Hall of Famers for sure.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, so you guys ready, man? Well, before we get over to the best weekly show of the week, we do have a word from our sponsor here at Notorious Heels. We got a word from none other than W Energy, man. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly, always got to shout out W. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, whether it's Thanksgiving, again, Christmas is coming up. If you need to get someone a gift for Christmas, W would be a perfect gift, man. And we got war games coming up. If you want to be up, want to be energized, not have the jitters, and have it taste good all at the same time, always got to shout out W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always, thank you and shout out to the great people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP. All right, man.
We're on the best show of the week here.
We have Friday Night SmackDown. My God. Gotti says he slightly changed his diet to be able to include W. It's honestly not unhealthy in the slightest. 100%, man. You know, a lot of the sports-based energy drinks do a really good job at that. They do a really good job at adhering to people's diets with 0 sugar and the 0 calories, man. It definitely does help. It definitely does help a lot, man. Especially because a lot of people do get hooked on, the monsters and the Red Bulls, and they got all that sugar, all them calories to it, man. That stuff is uh does more harm than good. So it definitely, yeah, like I said, a lot of these sports energy drinks are the sports slash performance drinks. I guess are definitely the way to go in 2025, man. So go grab yourself a tub of some Dubby, man, for sure.
100%. I was actually really shocked when they, first hit us up and we looked into them, how actually healthy and good of a product it is.
Yeah,
And it's great. So it's great. You don't get a lot of those. A lot of them, you'll get your like game fuel, fucking monster, all that stuff. You really don't want to consume that stuff, man.
for sure, for sure. So yeah, man, we got we got Friday night SmackDown, which I just have to mention these just to put it on record that we talked about it. Um, Penta defeated Finn Balor in the last time is now tournament. So much for that big singles push in 2025. Bro got bounced in the first round. So Penta moved on Monday, which was yesterday, to face Solo. And then Carmelo Hayes defeated Bronson Reed. Don't get excited. It was by count out. Also in the last time is now tournament to advance as well. So Bronson Reed is out in the first round as well as Carmelo Hayes and Pentagon advance while Finn Balor and Bronson Reed get bounced. How did you feel about the winners of these matches?
Really was not shocked at the winners and losers of said matches. You have Reed in the middle of the whole War Game setup. Of course, War Games fuckery is going to cost him the match. Good for Hayes, but, and I don't, I wasn't shocked by that at all. And then, I had no faith in Finn Balor winning anything ever. So, no shock in that at all, man. And I like Penta, so I was down to see him go on to the next match. And, unfortunately, it didn't end up going all too well later yesterday, man. But I wasn't too shocked by these winners and losers. But what about you?
Yeah, I think most of these were the right call here. Penta and Mello. If anything, if I did slightly disagree with any of them, I would have maybe liked to see Finn Balor advance just because he does have that history with John Cena of that one contract signing in 2021 where like Finn was supposed to sign the contract for SummerSlam, but then the Bloodline attacked him, and then John Cena came out and signed a contract. I think signed his what was supposed to be his contract. I think I think something like that happened. Maybe it wasn't the Bloodline attacked him, but somebody attacked Finn Balor to the point where he couldn't get to the contract. So with Finn being heel now, maybe you could have played into that a little bit with a little bit of promos, but then again, they're not really letting the participants get any promos as to why they want to face John Cena in his final match. Everybody's just, doing a you can't see me after their match, and that's about it. That is one complaint I have about this whole last time is now tournament. I would like to hear a little bit of these guys' reasonings as to why they want to be in this tournament and what it would mean to, beat John Cena in his last match and all that type of stuff. I would like for something like that, man, but you know, that's obviously not what they're opting to do. So as for that, again, I can't disagree with it too much. So Gotti asked if we've seen the leaks for this week's SmackDown. Unfortunately, I have. I have seen some of the leaks, and they um
I
yeah,
mean,
uh,
it's the most generic SmackDown ever.
There's a couple things on there. I don't want to say too much, but there's a couple things on there that are, I guess, slightly interesting, I guess. And then there's the replacement for Sheamus in the tournament, which was, from what I heard, very unflattering.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Yeah.
Lonnie says, man, y'all got to get WWE 2K. Well, my man, the game has been gotten. We are.
It has been.
Yes, it definitely has been. We are. All we are waiting on is timing, bro. All we are waiting on is timing. Most of the stuff for the next gaming stream is done. It really all just depends on time and when both of us are actually gonna be able to do it. Um, so yes. Rest assured, a NHG episode is coming to you guys very soon. Notorious Hills Gaming, another Notorious Hills Gaming is coming to you guys very soon. And it will be WWE 2K25. So we will be tapping in with 2K25 and seeing what's going on there. However, until then, yes, we're just waiting on timing. That's really all that is. So don't worry. Don't worry. Rest assured. Mm. Let me try to fix your K really quick. There he is. Okay. Yeah, you okay. Yeah, you my god, I don't know what happened there. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was okay. Yes. So, what was I saying? Oh, yes, Gotti says, or not Gotti. Lonnie says we got to get WWE 2K. Like I was saying, I don't know how much I bugged in or bugged out there. The game has got pretty much everything for the next gaming episode is done. We are really just waiting on timing, bro. So rest assured, it is coming. The plan is there. We have the full intention to do it. I'm actually excited to do it. It'll be the first time we stream that, and I've specifically been saving it so it can be this way. Will be my very first time opening the game. Or at least playing the game. I'll probably have to open the app and make sure I don't have to do any updates or anything like that. But it'll be my very first. I'm not gonna touch any game modes on that until we're on streams because I want to see firsthand how everything is, man. So I'm excited for that. But yes, we do have it. The game is got. We are just waiting on timing, bro. It has been quite the busy past fucking 3 weeks to a month. So yes, it's been a lot. It has
Really
been
has
a
been.
lot, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is yes, it will be a virtual unboxing of the game for sure. But
It
yeah,
will be.
so rest assured, you guys got a NHG episode coming your way very soon, and we got Mr. NHG here, man. You got anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, everything's made. Just waiting for a date, man. Just waiting for an open date.
So Cody Rhodes. This one's gonna make Gotti very happy. Cody Rhodes on SmackDown was attacked on his tour bus by Drew McIntyre. Um, wow.
Yeah. How how original.
Did you see the way he was like hanging upside down on the tour bus stairs?
Yes,
Bro, what was Unk doing?
sad. We're like, bro, why? What are you doing? Just get up.
Dude,
Just don't even sell it at that point. Just get up.
there was also a point in the segment where like the Usos ran back there. I don't know if anybody caught the way Jey Uso was running through the backstage area. That is legitimately how he runs in the ring before he like spears somebody. And it's not like the meme Jey Uso run where he's like squatted down and like swaying from side to side. I don't know why he was running like that, but he dead ass was running like a 4-year-old kid. That had to be about the funniest
Oh,
thing I
bro.
ever seen in my life, bro.
Bro runs. Fucking his torso is completely pointed forward. I don't know why he runs like that, dude.
Dude. Oh man, it was hilarious, bro. It was hilarious. We then get AJ Lee and Becky Lynch confirmed for the War Games teams. Rhea Ripley called out AJ Lee and unveiled her as uh, the fifth member for the Women's War Games team. The Women's Babyface War Games team. And as AJ was coming out to the ring, she was blindsided by Becky Lynch, who shook the hand of Asuka to be a part of the heel team. What a fucking heel team they have assembled. We have Lash Legend, Nia Jax, the Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch. Not one of those
They
acts
pulled
other
Lash
than
up. Mm.
I was gonna say not one of those
Mm-hmm.
acts other than Becky Lynch I'm interested in.
No, literally. I mean, yeah, the Kabuki Warriors, they make sense to be against Rhea and Io. I just don't really care for how they presented the Kabuki Warriors. Becky makes sense. She's been doing great. Nia's there because of course she is. And then they brought Lash Legend up with Nia Jax. What a way to be called up, man. You're stuck with Nia Jax, man. What a heel team.
What do we do? Okay. Yes, we have
There it goes.
Jesus. I really wish now again, I get, the teams that you have at least for the women do make some sort of sense. But I did also really wish to see, Bailey and Lyra in here as well. I think that would have been dope. And speaking, I mean, we can talk about it a little bit when we get to Monday Night Raw, but like, I mean, fuck it, we'll just talk about it now. I also don't like on Monday Night Raw how, again, we haven't seen any inclusion from Bailey and Lyra. They've largely been off television, which is incredibly annoying because, again, this is Bailey and Lyra, the same team that's been largely one of the best parts about Monday Night Raw, like post SummerSlam. They've been huge on Monday Night Raw, at least for me, and they take them off the show. Yet we have to see Alpha Academy, we have to see fucking New Day, we have to see all these acts that suck. We have to see Logan Paul and the Vision getting cracked every week. Yet we can't get Bailey and Lyra. I mean, where this has been like 3 weeks now they've been off the show. And I really did want to see them in War Games in some capacity. If anything, and again, not saying that they, I guess don't make sense on the team or I don't want to see them in War Games, but Charlotte and Alexa are from SmackDown. I don't know why this couldn't have just been a Raw thing where you could have put Bailey, Lyra, um, you know, Bailey, Lyra, AJ, Rhea, Io, all on the same team against the Kabuki Warriors and some heels, whoever they wanted to get. But like, again, I did really want to see them on War Games this year, man. Which again, I have no problem with. So yes, I for sure, was a little let down with the lack of inclusion for Bailey and Lyra at War Games. But again, speaking on them, a whole bigger problem is the fact that, you know, it seems like we can't even see them on Monday Night Raw nowadays, which is very unfortunate because, again, they had one of the best stories on the show. So I don't understand the idea of taking them off.
No, I really don't get that, man. And like you said, I like Alexa and Charlotte, and they made sense with the women's tag titles involvement for them to be involved. But I think it just would have been all the better if Bailey and Lyra were on that babyface team. I think that would have just been a lot more cohesive and a lot more connected to Bailey, AJ, all that stuff, man. I really would have liked that a lot, man. Unfortunately, um, it is what it is, but man, I don't love the setup to war games.
For sure. We have DIY defeating Fraxium. And why am I bringing this up? It had nothing to do with the match. It had everything to
Yeah,
do with the fact that DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, came out to their old NXT singles songs. So Ciampa came out to the OG No One Will Survive, and Johnny Gargano came out to Rebel Heart. And yeah, that Rebel Heart, Hope Vista Rebel Heart, not that not that emo dude that he was coming out to just a couple of years ago. Not that emo dude that was, like I said, coming out a couple years ago. Be yourself, can't be no one else. That fucking shit cover of Rebel Heart. It was the OG Rebel Heart. Very cool. I'll say that. Very, very cool to see. I obviously love that. But I do have to ask, this is DIY, not Johnny and Tommaso. So I ask, why didn't they come out to, again, being that they are still a tag team, why didn't they come out to Chrome Hearts?
like no, exactly, man. You have the theme song still. You used it for that throwback NXT episode a few weeks ago, so just use it again. I don't get why they didn't come out to their tag theme, which is fire.
No, 100%. 100%, man. We have, again, a theme song that was made by CFO, which was employed by you. It's in-house music, so I know you have it. And then, like Sir K said, you literally done use the damn thing on an episode of NXT that DIY came back on. Again, I love the old themes, and hey, if you just want to, play those songs back to back over their two DIY Def Rebel songs that have been made, please go ahead. But I just have to ask, Chrome Hearts is indeed a banger, and you own the song. So, WWE has such a problem with using like CFO music, and I really wonder like what I guess it really shocks me that they do not have like some sort of things built into the contracts where they don't have to pay the artists any sort of royalties at all. I'm surprised. That's just a very WWE thing to do. And I'm surprised they don't do that so they don't have the obstacle of, oh, shoot, we got to pay them royalties, so we can't use this anymore. I'm surprised they don't build that into their contract, which it is that it's a great thing that obviously they pay the artist, some sort of royalties for actually creating the music. But I'm surprised that WWE, doesn't have that type of thing built in there just so they don't have to worry about using these entrance musics, which it seems like Triple H is largely getting over that. But honestly, Not that he's getting over it. I honestly think enough talent has backed him into a corner to pretty much tell him, dude, what's it gonna take? This fucking music sucks. Can we have our old music back? And I think enough people complained about it to where he's finally, giving into it. Which again, I love that DIY had brought their old singles NXT songs back, but dude, they're still DIY, bro. Give us Chrome Hearts until you make them singles.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I think music has better laws than wrestlers would have, so I think they're gonna have to pay royalties no matter what. I'm assuming. But overall, I just use these CFO theme songs, bro. I don't care how much you gotta pay them. They're worth tenfold what Def Rebel is, and just get all those theme songs back. We're just missing Sheamus. We're missing Drew, even though Drew isn't the CFO. Still same thing. You still probably own the rights to that song overall. So please use them.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, we need those those CFO and those Jim Johnson tracks back, because yeah, Def Rebel is it needs it's over, man. It's over. Please.
It really is.
So we have that, and then the last thing for SmackDown, the only thing on SmackDown, Ilya Dragunov. Dude, I seen a post about Dragunov. And when I tell you, I don't think I've ever been... First of all, I don't think I was ever so scared in my life reading this post.
I know which one you're talking.
Okay.
I know which one
Dude,
you're talking about.
I genuinely got shivers up my fucking spine when I seen this post. There was a post made about Ilya Dragunov, and I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see, per reports, Ilya Dragunov is currently dealing with a back injury. When I read that, I said, no. You're fucking lying. I got so scared until I read the rest of the post, and it said, from carrying SmackDown on his back, and being the only watchable thing on the show, since he returned. But when I read that first part, I said, you have got to be fucking kidding me right now. I got so scared. I don't think I've ever, bro, I don't, man, I got so scared. I read that post and truly sent shivers up my spine. I was so scared thinking about SmackDown without the presence of Ilya Dragunov, bro. My God. That was, whoever posted that, I can't remember. Whoever posted that, please, don't do that to me again. That was a bit too cruel, man. I do have to say.
Yeah, I saw that shit. That shit popped me. It was hilarious. And it is very true, man, because he is genuinely the best thing about the show every week. The only thing you think about when you think about SmackDown every week.
Man. His opponent this week was JD McDonough from the Judgment Day. After, this was kind of funny that they did this, because literally after this whole, after the whole, after the open challenge match and whatnot, all I was seeing was a bunch of posts of who we want, JD McDonough. It was a picture of JD McDonough. Who we get, and it was a picture of Jey Uso. So everybody was just clowning on Jey Uso for this. I was seeing a bunch of posts like, instead of pushing guys like Jey Uso, they need to push underrated guys like this. And it was like a picture of JD McDonough. Bro, hello? Me and Sir K have been sitting here literally for years saying this. Ever since when this guy was in NXT, we were talking about JD McDonough being great on the main roster. And then they called him up, put him in the Judgment Day, and they were having fucking Damian Bum Priest bully the guy as if he was some dork trying to make Damian Priest look fucking cool or something. Whatever the hell whatever the hell they were trying to do there, I don't know. But they're doing that. And again, they're making the guy look like an absolute geek. And we were sitting here the whole time saying, dude, this guy is fucking great. Push him. Look at the way he moves in the ring. He's smooth. He has character. He can talk. Dude, push him. Now everybody wants to see it now. I thought this was a very cool surprise. And I'll take a JD McDonough and Dragunov match any day, man. I thought this was a great idea.
I thought this was a great idea too. We've always been high on JD McDonough since he was Jordan Devlin.
Yes.
We've been high on this fucking guy, man. So thank you. Well, it's good that people are noticing, man. But we done been noticed, and we've been waiting. So get in line to wait with us, because it ain't happening anytime soon, unfortunately. This is Triple H we're talking about, man. But great match, great moment for JD. And man, I wish they used people like him more, dude. I really wish they did.
Bro, these two are such tweakers, bro. JD McDonough smacked Dragunov with a headbutt in this match. And JD's headbutt, he's got a pretty good headbutt. He smacks Dragunov with his headbutt. Dragunov falls back, bounces off the ropes, and comes back with a headbutt of his own, a Torpedo Moscow, right on JD McDonough, bro. That was such a clean spot. I love this match, and again, I thought JD McDonough I thought that was a great pick. I really did. Push JD McDonough, bro. Please get Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day. And have JD be the one to initiate the turn, man. I mean something, dude, something, or I don't know. Get JD out of there, make him a singles. Do something with JD McDonough, for the love of God.
Please do something with him.
So, yeah, that was that. Again, so another successful week of the U.S. Open for Ilya Dragunov, man. So, what can I say? Ilya Dragunov, bruh.
Noted.
We got, yeah, that was everything for SmackDown. That was everything for SmackDown this week. As now we move on to Monday Night Raw. This was your November 24th edition of Raw. From the Paycom Center, the home of the defending NBA champions, the OKC Thunder. So,
hell yeah.
we have the show opening up with Roman Reigns. The show opens up with Roman Reigns. He asks OKC to acknowledge him. And right after that, Cody Rhodes comes out there. Cody Rhodes comes out there. Cody's angry today. He looks at Roman and he says, "What do you want to talk about?" Cody, you interrupted him. What do you mean, what do you want to talk about, motherfucker? What do you want to fucking talk about? You're coming out here.
He's got to get his shtick in there. Out of all these people with these shticks, man, Roman's is the only one that like actually kind of has a story and history behind it. Like that's why I don't mind when Roman does his.
Oh yeah.
Because like it like his shtick is his character and is his character's ego, so it makes sense. Cody and Punk's, I genuinely can't stand their shtick. I can't. It's so overplayed.
I was just about to bring up Punk too, because yes, Cody and Punk specifically, I will say another one I don't mind as well is the whole like welcome to Monday Night Rollins. Now once Seth Rollins got into his promo, then it was repetitive, but I never minded the, Monday Night Rollins. I guess it did remind me of the good old days in 2018 when he had the Intercontinental Championship. So that one I don't mind too much. How do you feel about
Yeah.
the Monday Night Rollins one personally?
I don't mind the Monday Night Rollins part. The part I didn't like is when he went into the whole I'm a visionary, I'm this,
Yes.
I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. That's the part I didn't like. But the actual Monday Night Rollins bit, I'm cool with because that, like Roman, that actually has history to his character. So I never minded that part. I just never liked when he went into the whole other spiel about all the other shit added on.
Yeah, he sought this out. He's the visionary of this.
Mm.
He's this. Shut up.
He's the architect of this. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
But Cody's what do you want to
Oh,
talk about? And CM Punk's isn't it
hate it.
great to be alive in blank on a Monday night?
Well,
Oh my god. Please do.
I
It's
hate
like
them.
It's like WWE tells their main event talent, you have to have a line, you have to have a catchphrase you need to
Mhm.
say, which is like, if you look at people like John Cena, for example, John Cena just goes out there and says
Talks.
whatever, and
He
it just comes off so much more organic than, an opening catchphrase.
ex- Cena has the skill and just the genuine just fucking skill to lead into his catchphrases for whatever
Yeah.
he's doing. He doesn't just say them. He makes them the situation that he's in. Sometimes he doesn't say a certain catchphrase because it doesn't make sense to say in that promo. He doesn't say fine speech in every promo battle. He
Mhm.
says it when he's about to cook. And he always cooks, but he says it when he's really about to cook you. And he did. It's not literally. It's like a checklist for Punk and Cody to walk out there and say that, man. And like, what they don't get is those phrases were really cool the first time they said them, because that was their first like lines in the company, and you don't need to repeat that every fucking time. I get it. Those were your first lines in the company. That was cool. It was really cool in that moment. It was really cool for like Cody's, and now it's literally just a line you say every week for the fucking fuck of it.
Man. Um Another one that annoys me is Paul Heyman announcing the bronze. This is the tribal
God.
thief. He beat Roman Reigns. This is the future of WrestleMania. The badass Braun Breaker. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I fucking get it. Could you just call him Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, please?
Like,
Annoying,
dude,
dude.
I don't need a whole spiel every time you talk, man.
God. Anyways, Cody comes out there, interrupts Roman, and then asks Roman what he wants to talk about. Again,
Okay.
you interrupted him. How you gonna interrupt? That's like calling somebody and then saying, "Hey man, what'd you need?"
Oh yeah. Just hey man, what you call for? What
Motherfucker.
what
What do you
you
mean? What do I
you
need,
fucking call?
motherfucker? You called me. Like what? So he says, "Last time I needed your word, it was for a match. This time, it's for war." Wow, he really cooked with that one.
Well, how original, man. They're at war. Get it? Because it's war games, so they're at war.
Oh, got it. Oh,
You get
man.
it, man?
I got it
Because
now. He said,
what a war.
right. He's okay. So last time it was for a match, but he says this time it's for war because they're in war games. Oh, Cody. What a
There
guy.
you go, man.
Wow.
Every You know that Lil
Cody.
Yachty and Drake fucking meme of them looking at the computer?
Yep.
That
Yeah,
was
the
my
Life is Good
reaction.
video. Yep. Wow. Cody, man. Cody, man, your wordplay there was just, man, that was too good. War, because war game. Got it. Got it. So he asks Roman, he says, I have to ask you, what's in this for you?
God. What's in this for you? I don't know.
What?
Maybe his family is in this. Maybe Paul Heyman screwed him at WrestleMania to form this group that you are facing. I don't
Brother,
know. Why are you here, motherfucker? Why are you here?
you mean to actually tell me WWE had Cody Rhodes go out there and ask Roman Reigns what is in this for him? Cody, do you know how... Did anybody back there take into account how stupid that makes Cody Rhodes look? You're asking Roman Reigns, the guy who Paul Heyman turned on at WrestleMania, and then the very next night he had Braun Breaker beat him down to form the Vision, and then all through the summer, or ever since when he came back in the summer, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed done terrorized this man, along with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins, the Vision, terrorized this man, took him out multiple times. They tsunami'd the shit out of him. They put him out indefinitely multiple times. Not to mention his cousins are in the match. You genuinely thought it was a good idea to have this dude go out there and ask Roman Reigns, what is in this for you? Cody, why are you here? You're the one that makes no sense. You are cosplaying as Sami Zayn. This is literally the exact same War Games team from last year, except you replace Sami Zayn with Cody Rhodes for some reason. And Sami doesn't even make much sense to be in War Games this year, yet he still would have made more sense than Cody Rhodes in this War Games match.
100%. I would rather them find a way to drag Sammy into this than Cody, because at least Sammy has a connection to most of the babyface team. But it's literally they just drag Cody in it because he's the world champ and they want the world champ in this fucking match.
What the hell? What's in this for you? That has got to be about the dumbest thing you could have possibly trotted this dude out there to say. What's in this for you? Bro, you're the outsider here. The whole Vision beef sparks with Roman. It sparks with Roman and Punk. Roman and Punk. Roman and Punk are the two guys in this match that have the longest standing beef with the Vision, yet you have Cody Rhodes out there trying to say this is his team. Bro, you have no business here.
Talking about it's welcome to my team. Yeah.
The only person,
dude.
the only person in here that Cody's beefing with is Drew McIntyre. And don't even say Brock, because the last time we've seen Cody and Brock on TV, they shook hands.
Yeah, exactly. They were like mutual respect thing, whatever that is. And Drew don't even make sense to be on the heel team. They just dragged him to drag Cody into this.
The hell? So, Roman then, typically as he always does, makes Cody look like an absolute goofball, as he should. Roman says he has been in this war. He says, Cody, you're just now joining. He says, the one thing we know about each other is we both don't play about our family. And half of this team is my family. And before they were on this team, they were in my bloodline. He says he's here to see his investment on the Usos all the way through. Cody says, understood. Well, Roman, welcome to my team. He puts his hand out, and Roman is standing there giving this dude the goofiest look, because who the fuck wrote this? Roman probably felt the same way I did listening to this bullshit. What is coming out of your mouth, bro? You fucking Boy Scout. Triple H, what are you doing, Paul? Are you and Cody Rhodes so fucking in love with each other? You guys aren't even caring what you're what you're bullet pointing for his promos at this point? What? Welcome to my team. Bro. You're the out of it. Jimmy Uso makes more sense on this War Games team than you do. Get out of here. Logan fucking Paul makes more sense on this team than Cody Rhodes does.
Logan Paul's more likable in this whole fucking thing than Cody is right now, dude. You talking about welcome to my team, you fucking Chad. You really are the quarterback. Good lord.
My God. Chris Jericho would have made more sense on the babyface team than Cody Rhodes would have. You could have fucking put Axiom on the babyface team and it would have made more sense than Cody Rhodes.
Legit, dude.
What in the world?
Like, bro.
So CM Punk comes out there. He does his shtick. And he says, isn't it great to be alive in Oklahoma City on a Monday night? He says, in sports terms, this is an all-star War Games team. He says, Roman, I don't need your word. He says, I figure me and you are cool. Really? I figure me and you are cool because last year's War Games, I saved your life. And again, I think Roman Reigns is the only one with a brain here because he says, and then 4 months, Roman then grabs the mic. He says, yeah, and 4 months later, you ruined it.
Dude, like, I get, yeah, you saved his life at War Games last year, and in between then and now, you done made his fucking boy turn on him, got him fucking beat up basically multiple times throughout the dog, why would you be cool?
What the hell? Like, Sir K, bro, what the fuck? Like, what?
Who wrote this shit? Who wrote Roman is the only smart one because he's the only one in fucking reality. You got Cody in fucking Boy Scout fucking boy camp land. You got Punk. I don't know where the fuck he's at. He's on fucking whatever, dude. He might be on Collision. I don't know where the fuck he is. And you got Roman's the only one making sense here.
The only one. The only one. Again,
only one.
CM Punk's again. He's only looking at War Games last year, apparently, not taking into account all of 2025 and all the other jabs that these two have taken. To again pretty much hate each other, and then like you said, you got fucking Cody Rhodes over here in Candyland. He's fucking waiting to get to the chutes and ladders in this whole thing. What the fuck is this guy do? What is this guy doing? Is Roman the only one that proofread this promo? Holy shit!
Is he the only one that like fucking knows what he did this year and can put that into his current promos?
And he's been around the least.
He's here. I was gonna say he's rarely around, and he has a better memory of what's going on than you two.
I mean, did the match with Jey Uso really fuck up CM Punk's like brain or something? I mean, what happened?
Bro.
Is it because he's not gelling his hair down to his head and it's fucking it's sticking up like an evergreen tree? I mean, what are we doing? His hair's sticking up like a porcupine. Is that the problem? Does he need more hair gel? Does he need some of that gorilla snot? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he needs. So CM Punk, he says, well, He says he isn't worried about Roman Reigns stabbing him in the back at War Games because if he stabs me in the back, then he's stabbing his cousins in the back too. And Roman Reigns wouldn't dare be mean to his family. He wouldn't dare put his family between a rock and a hard place. Now, would he? Well, Roman obviously is ticked off at this. He then looks at Cody and he says, and by the way, who said this was your team? Last time I checked, this isn't SmackDown and this ain't the USA Network. This is Raw. We're on Netflix. He tells Cody, you could be the quarterback on Fridays because this is Monday and I'm the champ. He's holding his title up all in Cody's face, so Roman grabs the mic in an attempt to save us again. This is like the third time in this very promo.
So goated here.
Roman looks at both of them and he says, why don't you just pull them out and measure them right now? This is ridiculous. I agree. Yeah.
Thank you, Roman.
Thank you. I mean, Cody Rhodes is out here trying to measure up so hard, and then you got CM Punk doing the same thing. What the fuck? What is this?
Like, dog. What are you guys? Who would imagine us being told in 2019 that Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns would have multiple promo battles, and every time Roman is the only one making sense? What the fuck?
I would have fell over if you told me that then.
I would have fell over. Because what the fuck? Why is he the only one making sense? And that line was fucking hilarious.
Oh, dude, I love how the other two had no idea what to say either. They, Punk, started laughing, and then Cody Rhodes looked mildly offended. I'm like, what? I mean, he's right. What you might as fucking well. Just measure him right here. I mean, what are we doing, man? I mean, you guys are just sitting here trying, this is my team. This is my team. I don't care about your word. I don't care about your word. Oh, I don't need your word. What the fuck?
Like, dog, what are you guys talking about here?
Roman cuts the nonsense and he says, look, I hate Paul Heyman and I hate the Vision more than I hate both of you. So there's my promise. He says, by the way, that title would look so much better on my shoulder. He walks away and he goes to get up the ramp and CM Punk says, are you talking to me or are you talking to Cody? Now, Roman doesn't have a mic at this point, but he says to Stu, he says, he shrugs his shoulders and he says, that's for you to figure out. And he walks off. Sergey, who was Roman Reigns talking about?
I would assume more Punk than Cody. I think, Cody's going to go back, be the quarterback on Friday, do fuck all. God knows what he's going to go do.
This guy's like the fourth string quarterback at this point.
He really is, dude. He's literally one of the least important things about fucking Friday Night SmackDown, dude. Whatever you want to call it, dude. Their mid-card champion is 10 times more enjoyable every week than Cody Rhodes. But I digress. Back to Roman. I think he's definitely mainly talking about Punk. Obviously, he's talking about both. Whichever one he's going to have the opportunity for. But if he's going to face anyone for any title, it would be CM Punk for the world heavyweight. But what about you? What do you think?
I'm thinking more of CM Punk as well, because yes, Roman Reigns did clearly think Cody Rhodes was being a Chad. You could just tell by the look on his face. But he also did drop a line of if you know one thing about me and you, we care about our family. So I feel like he is, there may be a little bit of a mutual respect for Cody Rhodes in there. As for CM Punk, the one thing he really had to say to him was, that I took note of at least, was, and then 4 months later, you ruined my life. So obviously that wound is still open. He feels some type of way about what happened with Paul Heyman and CM Punk, in his eyes, ruining his life. It's also a championship that Roman Reigns has never won. the World Heavyweight Championship. And they just so happen to be on the same brand. So I felt more of CM Punk than Cody Rhodes.
I did too. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. I love the tension that brought between those two guys. I loved how, like, just confused and just neither guys knew what the fuck to say. They kind of just shrugged their shoulders like, damn, he got us. So I loved, like, the fucking just confusion from those two. And Roman just walking off laughing, and it was fucking hilarious.
Indeed. We then get the War Games heels backstage where Paul Heyman is telling Drew McIntyre not to leave the locker room because if you say boo to somebody in the wrong way, they legally have the right to kick you out of the building because you're still under suspension. You can only be here because I signed you as a part of our War Games team. He says, and you have to win us the advantage tonight. He then looks over at Logan Paul, and they banter for literally like 3 minutes, something that could have took 30 seconds. Logan Paul is like, well, who's going to be in the War Games or the War Games Advantage match with Drew? It's going to be Brock. Heyman's like, no. And he's like, oh, it's going to be Bronson Reed. Heyman's like, no. Oh, it's going to be Braun Breaker. No. Is it going to be me? Yeah. And then Logan like slowly like gets in Paul Heyman's face and he's like, wise choice. And then he starts sucking his teeth. He's like, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? What is this? What am I watching right now? What is it?
What is this?
What did
Bro, literally, and you got Braun and Reed sitting there. Only two guys that are fucking cool in that group at this point. They look so annoyed that they have to be there with these people. And it literally, you got Logan Paul dorking it up. You got Drew being a useless loser like he fucking has been. And you got fucking Gap Heyman just sitting there talking about fucking nothing, dude. What is this heel team, dude?
I couldn't even see Bronson Reed's face, and I could tell he was weirded out. He had sunglasses on, and I'm still looking at him like he's looking at these two like, are y'all gonna call cut or like who? What the fuck are we doing here? Like what was that? Just Logan Paul thought it was a wise choice for them to pick him, so why didn't he just offer himself to be on the team? He's boys with Drew.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. Or Paul Heyman's this fucking mastermind. Why didn't he tell him in advance that he was going to be his partner and set up the whole partners and the whole plan for them? If he's Mr. fucking plan everything out, why didn't he plan this out? That's his whole point of his existence in these groups.
We then get the baby faces for War Games. They have a backstage segment as well. It is Cody, Roman, and Punk backstage, and the Usos walk up, and they start cutting a very Uso promo on Cody and Punk, calling them out for not being on the same team. They then reassure them that they're going to get the advantage tonight because we the ones. We the best in the world. And Cody, you know what we want to talk about? Getting this W tonight and getting this advantage. They walk off. Cody and Punk are trying to act like buddies. Punk's like putting his arm around Cody. Cody's sitting there with that stupid fucking smile on his face per usual. So the Usos walk off. And Roman looks at Cody and Punk and he says, so, now whose team is it? Fix this. And he walks off. Well, I mean, guess this wasn't so bad. The Usos trying to get these guys on the same page, somewhat. So, I mean, it was cool. It was what it was. I don't really know what CM Punk putting his arm around Cody Rhodes, acting like they were all cool, as if they weren't just having a fucking dick measuring contest going on. So I don't really know what was up there. But the Usos part was cool. They cut a little Usos promo on the whole team to try to get everybody on the same page, which clearly, I guess they needed to do.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It was nice hearing the Usos promo again. It just proves so much that Jay is so much better when he's with his brother, dude. So much fucking better when he's with his brother. Even his promos instantly get fucking better. Um, a nice little segment. I love the Roman dynamic here of like he's just like so questioning what the fuck is going on with these guys. It is hilarious, dude. So I overall like the backstage segment they had.
For sure. John Cena, the greatest of all time.
Noted.
We get this little video package of John Cena, and he is talking about his meaning of success. And he goes into this whole perspective about how he looks at each day and feeling like he, is earning the sunset. Talked about some days you get a D minus, some days you get a C, some days you get a B minus, some days you get a B. Very rarely you get an A plus. But when you do get an A plus, it means something. I heard John talk about this a couple years ago, and it is one of my favorite perspectives that he has offered me in this life. Was the idea about earning the sunset and being useful in this life. One of my favorite perspectives about John Cena. For the past couple weeks they've been playing, like little bits and pieces of this interview, which comes out December 8th, they said, after Monday Night Raw, I'm pretty sure. It comes out December 8th, this whole interview with Cena, and I gotta say, man, it looks to be pretty good, man. But no, I actually really like this little, just this little video package here about him, and I guess just shedding some insight on his perspectives about life, man. John Cena is huge inspiration to me, and he always offers, in my opinion, a very, very cool perspective on life in general.
He really does, man. He really does. I love any chance to hear, Cena speak about life and whatnot, and it's always awesome, man. And that 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 whole interview is going to be really cool when the full thing release. So I'm glad they've been giving us glimpses of it, so far.
Yes. Gotti says, "Can Jay be world heavyweight champion being in a tag team with his brother? Hopefully not.
Something, dude.
Double champ Jay, um, would be
Wants to double J.
oh god, or Jay is world champion again. Does not sound like the moves.
God, no, that sounds like a nightmare. But I get what you mean. Could he have been with his brother the whole time he was champion? Because his promos are better.
Oh,
I would say his matches are better, but we got a pretty big botch to talk about in the main event. So at least his promos are better.
for sure, for sure. So Dominic, speaking of John Cena, Dominic Mysterio. He comes out here for a promo. And states that he is going to end the farewell tour early and beat John Cena in his backyard. Crowd is chanting for Cena. Dominic says, "Why would you guys even chant for Cena? He's not even here. He's not going to be here. He's not going to be here until Survivor Series." We then get the music for John Cena as this crowd goes nuts. This crowd starts going bonkers as they are awaiting the arrival of the greatest of all time. And what we got was the smallest of all time. We got a midget John Cena. We have a midget John Cena.
This is the most Vince McMahon coded segment I've seen from Triple H. This could easily have happened in any year prior to 2021.
Not saying that the Bryan Danielson and Big Cass midget segment was good at all, because it was horrible. But at least it made a little bit of sense because, like, you know, Cass kept telling Bryan, like, you know, you're too small to, you know, beat me. You know, so he brought out a midget. Like, again, it's stupid as fuck, but at least, again, it went with the story they were going for of, like, you know, Bryan, you know, being too small to beat Big Cass. What is the idea here of a midget John Cena? What good what did this accomplish here? I will say the one thing that was good about this was they fucking had a little Stu. They had a midget with gray hair, and his shirt said Stu on the back. And he wasn't walking around with the big HD camera. He was walking around with a little camera.
It was literally, I didn't like the segment. It was very Vince segment. It was
It
very
was.
not necessary. I think you could have done the same thing by just having Dom like hit Cena's music, then laughing afterwards and going on with his promo. But the mini stew, that one popped me, man. He's got the fucking camcorder and recording them.
Dude.
The mini stew is the only thing I found that was funny, man. The mini stew actually popped me. I can't lie.
Yeah, it did. That did add a touch that was fun to me. It was funny. Mini Stew did pop me for sure. Again, it was just, to me, just very, again, I immediately thought of the segment with Bryan and Big Cass where, you know, he brought out the midget Bryan Danielson, and, you know, he was supposed to, I think that was the segment that actually got Big Cass fired because he wasn't supposed to hit the little guy, but then he just started whooping his ass. Again, it was just, you know, Manager Logan told us yesterday, you know, he didn't mind the segment because this isn't something we normally get under Triple H. And I do get that point. However, with the way Triple H has been booking, from my point of view, I don't think this is something that needed to occur. Especially, again, with the reputation that he's had this year for his booking, I don't think this is anything that, you know, it begs the question for me, you know, why didn't he do something like this in NXT? Because he knows it's stupid and he knows it's fucking corny. Now, again, I'll say Little Stu did pop me. That actually was a funny ass touch that I thought was, and then too, I like how they were filming. Like, you know, Big Stu, you know, like film these two, and he was like walking around looking like he was walking around like normal, and it was just, it was very hilarious to see. I will say that. And then the other thing that popped me was while Little Cena was in the ring, they had Stu standing next to Little Stu, but Little Stu was standing on a fucking crate, which I thought was very hilarious. But again, I do get the perspective of why people weren't so mad at it or why you guys thought it was funny. But to me, Trips, with the amount of dog shit you've gave us this year, these are the last type of entertaining segments you need to be giving us. It's just my perspective.
Yeah, from my perspective, I don't hate it in idea. I hate it because at the end of the day, Triple H didn't earn the right to do a stupid segment like this year.
Correct.
His booking has been so dog shit
You
that
need to lock in.
he did not earn this segment. Exactly.
For sure. Now, if Triple H was giving us banger shit all year, and he said, you know what? I'm going to throw in this stupid ass segment. All right, cool. Trips, you got to earn this shit, dog. You got to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
So, And like a funny Triple H segment that he earned was like the segment with, Dominic going to prison. You know what I mean? Just for them to reveal that he was in a holding cell for like an hour and then he left. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of stupid, funny segments that, Triple H earned at the time. This shit, Trips, you better lock. We got about a little over a month left in the year, and you've been giving us the most underwhelming year that you've booked so far. So you need to get on it, okay? When you can show me that you can competently book Drew McIntyre, then you've earned the right to give us a midget out here, okay?
Exactly.
However, Little Stu did pop me again. I will say that. That was utterly hilarious. Dominic says, so midget John Cena gets in the ring. Oh, he goes to run in the ring. And he can't jump that high. He jumped and it was trying to kick up and he couldn't. So he had to run up the steps and then slide in the ring through the bottom rope. And yeah, like I said, little Stu was standing there on a box with his camcorder filming the shit. And Dominic looks at John Cena and he says he should drop him right now. But he's going to let him walk away because you have no idea what's in store for you at Survivor Series. John Cena says, fine speech. That also did pop me. It did. I will say.
Him getting into like Cena character was pretty funny. He was feeling himself.
He was. He for sure was. Dominic, he says, fine speech. He says Dom is the worst Mysterio of all time. Dominic then whispers to John Cena, stick to the plan. He says, Dom, you won't even fight me in front of the good people of Oklahoma City. And at Survivor Series, if you want some, you can come get some because the champ is here. Dominic then boots John Cena in the chest. He gives him a 5-knuckle shuffle, a 619 and a splash, and then Rey Mysterio comes out for the save as Dominic retreats from the ring and walks away. Yeah, like I said, this was I felt the same way about this that I felt about Big Cass and little Bryan Danielson segment. Again, it was just very Vince. It was very Vince. There's other ways to do, corny, funny stuff like this. Or if you do want to do a segment like this, gotta earn it, Trips. You gotta fucking earn it. And again, with the shit you've been giving us this year, this definitely doesn't help your case. So, again, it is what it is. It is what it is. Little Stu was funny, and hearing Little John Cena say fine speech, I thought was very hilarious. But other than that, again, it was just a very Vince segment to me, and not something that Triple H earned.
100%. I think so, man. I think so. I think on paper it could be really good, and there was elements that was really funny. Triple H just didn't earn it this year with the product he done produced this year. He did not earn to do a fun segment like this, man. He really didn't. And then Ray, like Gotti says, Rey Mysterio coming out and doing literally nothing is hilarious in its own right.
Did you hear Joe Tessitore's commentary as this whole thing was going on? Like, Ray's helping, John Cena up, and fucking Joe Tessitore's like, Ray, he's in the ring to help this warrior get up. I'm like, this warrior? I'm like, what? You fucking talking about this guy like he's fucking Kenny Omega, fresh out the G1. Like, what you talking about? This is like he's fucking like, talking about this guy like
He had a
he's
single boot.
like he got the reputation of like Hiroshi Tanahashi or something. I'm like, what's he talking about? This warrior? Like what? What?
I'm a warrior. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
So Dominic runs off, and then J.D. McDonough comes out there for a match against Rey Mysterio. You know, Jay had a not JD, not Jay. I was gonna say Jay had a banger. We haven't seen that since his match with Seth Rollins from earlier in the year. Rey Mysterio then comes out, or JD McDonough comes out to face Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio defeats JD McDonough by throwing him into Finn Balor. As Finn Balor was standing on the apron, he threw him into Finn in perfect setup for 619 position. He then hits Rey with a 619, or Rey hits JD with a 619 for the victory. The match was okay, but, you think that, they would maybe reward JD McDonough for, going over to SmackDown, having a banger with Ilya Dragunov. Maybe we'll give him a win on Monday night to, say thank you for the extra travel day. But no, no, they handed him a loss to Rey Mysterio for Lord only knows what reason.
Literally, man, overall, match was pretty useless. I love seeing JD. He's always great. But this match and loss was real useless for my television.
Indeed. Adam Pearce is in the back. Speaking of Judgment Day, he's in the back talking to Raquel Rodriguez. He's promising Raquel that he is going to keep her in the title mix. And after this,
They were doing so good, dude.
They were. The New Day walk up to Adam Pearce. Well, we can't get Bailey and Lyra on the show, but we could get the New Day and Grayson Waller on this fucking show.
Horrible, dude. These two come up just talking their bullshit, dude. The same thing from the last, fucking 5 weeks ago we saw them. It's the same nothing they're fucking yapping about, dude.
When are you going to give us a tag title rematch? When are you going to... That is literally the gimmick of the Raw tag division. That is all Triple H could come up with. Anytime we see a tag team talking to Adam Pearce, they're lobbying for a title match.
That's all they do. Is they lobby for the title match, they get it for some reason, lose for some reason, and fucking do it again the next week.
What the oh, God. Just the pure thought of the New Day makes me yawn. He tells the New Day that AJ Styles and Dragon Lee will be here next week, and they will have a title match with them then. The New Day are all hyped up. They make Adam Pearce say it's official. And then they absolutely spaz out. They're going nuts. Grayson Waller says thank you to Adam Pearce by getting him a wig. Adam Pearce then starts yelling at him to get out. What is this? What is this?
Literally, what is this? Who is this for?
Oh, God. Truly. I really, truly want to know who is this for. Again, first a midget, now we're having Adam Pearce sit here with a wig. Trips, you have not earned this. You haven't. You have not earned the right to do these goofy segments. Once you get your head out of Cody Rhodes' ass, then maybe you can, earn the right to do yourself some silly, goofy ass segments. Would you have somebody do this to William Regal in NXT? No, you wouldn't.
You really fucking wouldn't, man.
Maxine Dupree is then in the back talking to Adam Pearce, where she says she's going to call Natalya. Pearce walks away, and Maxine starts getting bullied by Ivy Nile. I was shocked to see her. We haven't seen her or the Creed brothers. You think the Creed brothers would maybe be a nice piece to, I don't know, put on Monday Night Raw and not just, AAA. You think it'd be nice to see them. You think the tag division would fucking need a fresh team that we haven't seen in 10 and a half months like the Creed brothers. But no. But we seen Ivy Nile, and I was very shocked. I was like, oh my God, she's still alive. She gets bullied by Ivy Nile. Ivy tells her that championship is hers. She then starts getting bullied by Roxanne Perez before Adam Pearce walks up and he asks if Roxanne had a problem. Roxanne said no. Just saying hello to the champ. And they walk away. And they walk away because Adam Pearce says, I need to have a word with the Intercontinental Champion. Adam Pearce looks at Maxine and he says, you may want to make that call to Natalya now. So it looks like Natalya is going to be in some sort of leadership role for Maxine Dupree. I'm assuming Natalya may end up, turning on Maxine Dupree. They might even put the IC title on Natty. Maybe she's going to retire soon. Maybe they just want to say thank you to her, that type of thing. But I'm assuming they're going to do something like that. But yeah, I mean, the story is pretty cool. Everybody's kind of bullying Maxine because nobody really thinks she's a believable IC champion. So everybody's trying to bully her type of thing. So, I mean, it's simple storytelling. So I don't really mind it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's very simple. Storytelling. I'm sure Natalya is going to come in, build her up, and then turn heel, try to knock her down, all that. So it is what it is. I expect it.
Stephanie Vacquet. She gets nothing other than a video package. She tells Nikki Bella if she was as smart as she pretended to be, then she would know who she is messing with. She says, are you sure you want to get in the ring with me? I'll see you at Survivor Series. Yes, this is officially confirmed as an undercard match for Survivor Series. It is going to be Stephanie Vacquet defending the women's title against Nikki Bella. I can say I am happy Vacquet is getting some pay-per-view spotlight, but it is going to be a Nikki Bella match, so it does come with a cost, unfortunately. So I guess we gotta take what we can take. But yes, I am not excited for this match. Again, I'm excited for Stephanie to get a pay-per-view spotlight, but it is going to be a Nikki Bella match after all.
Yeah, exactly. Nikki is the monkey paw to Stephanie Vacquet getting the fucking pay-per-view match, and they're really putting Nikki Bella on pay-per-view. That's insane. Don't know who that's for. But it's good to see Stephanie on pay-per-view nonetheless.
For sure. We then get the Women's War Games heels. The heel team is out there. Becky Lynch, Nia, Lash, and the Kabuki Warriors are out there. And Becky Lynch says she cannot legally talk about what happened with Maxine Dupree because it was a big mishap. And the company is going to pay for it until I get my championship back. She says she will get her championship back, and she will also get rid of AJ Lee. She says she has assembled the greatest women's War Games team of all time. She then starts going around to all the members of the team, acting like they're buddies. She's like, me and Asuka, we've been through a lot. She's kind of giving them backhanded compliments. She's like, I beat her 9 out of 10 times, but she made me earn it. She can't remember what she said about Kairi Sane. She then talked about how Nia broke her face, but they got through it or whatever. She talked about how she took Lash Legend under her wing, and she's gonna bring them. She's gonna bring her to superstardom like she brought all these women to superstardom. They then get interrupted by the baby faces. AJ Lee has the microphone. She's talking to Becky as Becky's hiding behind Nia. She then says the old AJ would have tore her face off, but therapy works. She then starts going into this whole spiel about how, Becky is, Becky is all bark. She's all bark, bark, bark. AJ says she doesn't bark, bark, bark. She bites. She then talks about, I'm not the only one on this team who cannot wait to knock you off of your pedestal, knock you off of your high horse. That was pretty much what she said, but that took about 3 minutes. There was a lot of rambling in there about dude, did you see Charlotte's face while AJ was talking?
It was the most get on with it face if I've ever seen it, bro. It is
Charlotte dead ass, and this is Charlotte of all people. Charlotte dead ass was standing there daydreaming. She was standing there like this. And I'm like,
what are you talking about?
I'm like, dude, can somebody shake Charlotte? Can somebody wake her up? Can somebody tap her? I mean, my God, you guys made Charlotte fall asleep. Whoa,
Bad.
That's really bad.
Literally,
very bad. Charlotte Flair was daydreaming. One of the worst promos in the women's division was daydreaming because of a promo.
Insane.
Man. She then says, like I said, she's not the only one who cannot wait to knock Becky Lynch off her pedestal. She says, isn't that right, Rhea? She hands Rhea the mic, and Rhea smacks Nia with the microphone as they all start brawling, and the baby faces win the brawl. I honestly wasn't really a fan of this segment at all. This, again, this was, your traditional way to leave off the War Games match. Oh my God, everybody's brawling. Most of these women, are probably going to end up, not really wanting to team with Becky Lynch here. Becky, did a great job at putting a target on her back with her own team. And it seems like since Becky joined, Becky's the main focus here. Even I feel like before Becky and AJ joined, the main focus was kind of, Rhea and Io and then the Kabuki Warriors. Now it just seems like it's Team Becky versus Team AJ, from my perspective. But again, AJ, I love AJ Lee, man, but yeah, that promo for sure just rambled and rambled and rambled. So I wasn't really a fan of that, to be honest. And then you got just your, like I said, your generic brawl. Again, this is your typical way to end the War Games build. But yeah, promos kind of dragged. Becky's promo, I think, was pretty apparent to what's going to end up happening. You kind of basically done spoiled it there, how that whole thing is going to blow up. But regardless, again, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it also wasn't, something that's going to just make you, jump out of your seat with excitement for War Games.
Exactly. Exactly. It wasn't the worst thing. It was just too rambly. That's just a very common problem with a lot of WWE promos is they just add a lot of fluff and nothingness into them. And this one was really no different, man. It did the generic war games thing. You set up one team to implode. One of the teams gets the the upper hand. The time before, very generic and very just worth nothing overall stuff.
For sure. We then have the last time is now tournament. First match we got on the night was Gunther versus Carmelo Hayes. I gotta say, bro, I am still not used to hearing the song. We get to that certain point where it's like dun it, dun it, and I'm used to hearing Ganta. But it is so refreshing to just hear Symphony Number 9 continue. But I'm still not used to it. A smile came across my face again hearing Symphony Number 9 because I'm so used to hearing, Gunther in the song. I'm so used to hearing that. I'm still not used to it, man, but I'll say it is something that I can definitely get used to.
100%, man. I love that they brought Symphony Number 9 back. It's just such a different fucking vibe, man. And it's so much grander and Final Boss esque. It truly is amazing.
So we got Gunther versus Carmelo Hayes. This slapped. This absolutely slapped. So Gunther has faced Javon Evans and Carmelo Hayes so far in this tournament. And I gotta say, both of these matches could have easily passed for a final. It could have easily.
Oh, yeah. They really could have. They both put up such a great fucking fight, dude. Javon was incredible. Hayes here was incredible, man. Dope ass shit from these guys.
100%. I don't know how much Carmelo Hayes has to show out before you actually start to believe in the guy, but dude, I think what the finals is going to end up being is LA versus Gunther. I think that's going to end the way the bracket is. I feel it's either going to be LA Knight or Miro. I think it's going to be LA Knight. I think he's going to be the one to end up facing Gunther here in the finals to this. But again, the Javon Evans match and especially this Carmelo Hayes match could have easily passed for a final to the tournament. This was so good, man. Carmelo was trying to match Gunther's energy. He was chopping and slapping. There was a slap he handed out to him that was so loud it sounded like an old school Walter chop. It was in the very beginning of the match. Gunther was in the corner and Carmelo slapped him, and dude, you could man, that was so loud. I couldn't even imagine how that sounded in the arena. So he's chopping the mess out of
Exactly,
Gunther.
dude. Exactly. Great fucking.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. You're good.
So we got oh yeah, so Gunther ended up matching that. But Carmelo Hayes, he was chopping the mess out of Carmelo Hayes as well. Carmelo Hayes was on the outside, giving Gunther DDTs. It looked like he kind of had some momentum under his belt. He then went for the nothing but net, but he missed it. Rolled through. Gunther met him with a lariat and a power bomb for a near fall. This popped the crowd huge. Gunther then put him in a sleeper hold, which Carmelo Hayes then powered out of it. Gunther quickly rolled that into a power bomb for the victory as Gunther advances to the semifinals of the Last Time Is Now tournament after putting on an absolute slapper with Carmelo Hayes here, man. This was great. Again, I do not know how many times Carmelo Hayes has to do him before you actually start to use the guy, because he has all the tools. It just seems like a thing where they don't like him or they don't really care for him. I don't know what it is, but it needs to change because this guy showed out with Andrade, showed out with LA Knight. Now he's showing out here with Gunther. What's it going to take before you fucking push the guy?
No, exactly, man. Incredible performance here, man. Triple H is not beating those allegations anytime soon. Hayes
No.
is great. I really wish they used the fuck out of him. And he lost here because, it is Triple H booking the show, man. Glad Gunther advanced. Gunther's the perfect person to do this at the end of the day. And I think they're overall going down a right path with Gunther, man.
They absolutely are, man. One thing I'll say I am not getting used to. One thing I'm not getting used to is that leather robe, that bathrobe that Gunther comes out wearing, man.
I don't
That
like that.
I don't either. I really need it. I'm gonna need him to go back to that trench coat for sure. Because yeah, that's it's just not doing it for me.
It's
So
really not.
the next match on the night we got in the Last Time Is Now tournament is Solo versus Penta. Man, I really wanted to see this one.
Oh man, fuck. Oh man. Solo and Penta.
Well, this one ended up being rather short because Pentagon went for a Hurricane Rana off the barricade, and when he rolled through on the Hurricane Rana, he pulled it off, but he landed hard on his left shoulder. We went to commercial, and when we came back, Solo was walking around the ring as Penta was getting checked out by doctors, walking away. He smacked the barricade. You could clearly tell he was upset as they called for the bell. They called for the bell and they called off the match. They said, due to Penta not being able to continue to compete, the winner advancing to the semifinals of the tournament is none other than Solo Sikoa, man. So Solo does advance to the semifinals to face Gunther, which I can tell you right now is going to be interesting to see. Is Solo... I wouldn't doubt if Penta was maybe supposed to win this match by like some sort of roll-up or something, because I just don't see a world where WWE wants to put Solo and Gunther in the ring. I just don't. That is a match that I will say I don't think a lot of people have asked for.
I don't think it's a match that people are gonna ask for. From what I've heard, that was the plan anyway for Solo to win this match. We'll talk more about it
Really?
Friday, about the details of, what happened here, because although, that wasn't the planned finish, from everything we're hearing, Solo was the planned winner for that match anyway.
Okay.
So it's very interesting that they would set that match up. I would have thought Penta would have won this and, faced Gunther, but I guess they did want Solo, so that's going to be an interesting match, man. Wonder how Solo's going to look in that match. But yeah, very unfortunate for Penta. I really hope everything goes well. Hope he's really not like that injured, but from everything we're hearing, that shoulder done popped out, man. So that sucks, and I hope everything goes well with that.
For sure, man. So yeah, that's actually shocking. I didn't see that Solo was supposed to win. I did not see those reports, but that is I believe you guys, and that is yeah, that is crazy, because you mean to tell me that they actually were going to book Solo versus Gunther? That's very interesting because Solo is a guy that for the most part, unless your name is Roman Reigns, they like to protect, I would say, for the most part. And then Gunther, obviously, they love to protect him. So that's very interesting how that match is going to go. I'm very interested to see how that whole thing comes off. But Solo advances in the
Very much.
tournament, and yeah, so we got Solo and Gunther as a semifinal, and I'm assuming the other side is going to be LA Knight versus Miro. I'm assuming. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still picking Gunther. I'm picking a Gunther versus LA Knight final for this match. That is currently what I'm thinking.
Oh man, if they were still high on Jay, I think it would have been Jay and Gunther again. But I feel like they're not that high on Jay anymore. Wonder why. But I think it might be LA versus Gunther now.
Definitely. Definitely, man. Yeah, so we have oh my god, I just realized I've been calling him Miro. Um have I? Right?
I call him Miro half the time.
I feel like
I think you have been calling him Miro. I call him Miro half the time.
it's been my life for 5 years when Collins dude Miro. Yeah, so we have LA Knight versus his banger of a mystery opponent since Sheamus went out. So I fully expect LA Knight to beat the mystery guy. I can't wait for you guys to see who that is if you haven't already. Then we got Jay and Rusev, which I mean, I guess I could see Jay. Please don't have Jay. Please have Miro beat Jay fucking Uso, man. Please. Um, Jay will be
Destroy Jay.
Jay will probably be fresh off War Games too, so there's no excuse for you to have him not put Miro over. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's going to be LA and Rusev, which I would expect LA to move on to that. And then Solo and Gunther, I expect Solo to lose that. So then, I'm predicting a Jay versus LA final, or what about Gunther versus LA final is what I'm predicting
Overall.
So we then get another little cool John Cena recap video of Royal Rumble 2008, where he came back from his torn pec in 6 months, something that should take, I think they said it was a 9-month recovery. He was back in 6, or he was back in 5. Then had a bunch of people talking about just John Cena's dedication and, all that type of stuff. Very, very cool moment from Cena, and I really hope they continue to do this, up until Saturday night's main event, and even at that Saturday night's main event, I would love for them to continue to recap his career. You could do a recap. You could have Wade Barrett talking about retrospectively how he buried his group. You could have David Otunga and Michael Tarver on there too, talking about how he pulled the rug out from under them when he buried all of them at SummerSlam. It could be great, man. It could be great. So, yeah, no, I loved it though.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. I love these little retrospective things they've been doing, and I really hope we get a good amount of them on the 13th.
Absolutely. We then get a vignette with a female's hand ringing around a glass with the letters 4 days, which 4 days is on SmackDown. So I don't really, do you have any idea who or what this could be?
Break it to you, they're literally just doing the same thing they did with the men's WrestleMania ad, but this is the women's WrestleMania ad that they're teasing the same stupid way they did the men's.
Okay, that I'm not entirely shocked, because when it said 4 days, I noticed it was the same font they've been using for Mania. So
yep, it's.
I was gonna sit
I think
here.
The one hand was Rhea's.
Okay, yeah. So I was gonna, I was gonna say I was interested to know what you thought, but I was going to say I wouldn't put too much stock into it because literally right after that, they played like a Mania ad. So I was like, because I seen everybody saying like, oh, this is going to be the return of Liv Morgan. But then like when I watched it, it said 4 days, but it was the same font they've been using for all their Mania promotion. So I was like, I wouldn't put too much stock into this because again, it was just a couple weeks ago. We got these cool little vignettes of, you know, who's walking, and it's a bunch of people just walking down a hallway, and it just ended up being, you know, a bunch of dudes sitting around a fucking poker table. You know what I mean? So I was thinking like, is something gonna happen on SmackDown? And then I seen everybody trying to speculate this was Liv Morgan, which that wouldn't make any sense. Judgment Day's on Monday Night Raw. Why the fuck would she be on a SmackDown? You know, why would she return on SmackDown? So I was gonna say I would not put too much stock into this. This is probably gonna be a WrestleMania ad. Hearing you say that validifies what the same thing I thought, because I was like, why would they use that WrestleMania font in this same vignette? Which, now that you're telling me that, makes all the sense in the world.
Oh yeah, that's literally all it is. They were fucking recording the WrestleMania ad for them. It was like Charlotte, Rhea, Io, Becky. Those are the only ones I remember. Bianca was there filming too. So yeah, this is definitely just for the one. Like Logan says in the comments, you can't put stock in anything they're doing right now because it's literally for a WrestleMania ad.
Yeah, and yeah, of course, you know, Twitter, they're hyping this thing up. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited to watch this. But when I watched it for myself, I was like, okay, again, the font, and then immediately after they play a Mania ad, I'm like, this is going to be something stupid again. So don't get your hopes up. Do not put stock into this being something cool. Because again, it's just going to be like, again, like Sir K said, this is literally just going to be the men's or the women's version of what they did with the men sitting around a poker table. So that's that. The men's War Games Advantage match. This was your main event for the show. As we have the greatest in-ring performer of all time, Jey Uso, out here.
Oh.
I shit you not. Less than 5 minutes into this match, he botched.
Dude. Oh man, that was bad.
You remember when everybody wanted Y2 Yeet?
Y2 Yeet.
They might as, if we end up getting that pairing, if Jericho comes into WWE, they might as well call themselves Y2 Botch, because they are going to be botching their ass off. That is going to be the botch team of the century, bro. Literally, man, less than 5 minutes into this match, Jey Uso, you can tell Logan Paul thought he was going for a Samoan drop, because that's something that Jey Uso normally does. This dude tried to go for like the world's strongest slam. He goes to pick up Logan Paul for world's strongest slam, which, when the hell have you ever seen Jey Uso do a world's strongest slam? So it genuinely did look like a miscommunication, but I do have to side with Logan Paul here, because I would have probably thought he was going for a Samoan drop too. He does a Samoan drop all the time. So I could see why Logan maybe thought fireman's carry position, but no, Jey Uso was going for a world's strongest slam. And what put all this together for me, he pulled off this botch world's strongest slam where he barely plops Logan on the ground. When Logan hit the ground, the crowd chanted yeet as if this dude just pulled off a fucking Styles Clash or something. This crowd genuinely chanted yeet after a Jey Uso botched move. That, to me, holy shit, that popped me, bro. That was so funny. Again, they they chanted Yeet as if this guy just pulled off like a picture perfect diamond cutter or something. Again, as if this dude is in the ring cooking. Absolutely popped me, bro. I thought that was hilarious, and I don't think the crowd even meant to do it. They're just so, Yeet trained to chant Yeet after this dude does anything. They even do it after he botches, too, which I just thought was, man, that was so funny to me. The move was hilarious because he just looked like an absolute goofball, and the crowd just put it all together with chanting Yeet when he fucking botched and clearly pulled off the most ridiculous world's strongest slam I've ever seen.
Dude, it was just so confused and just he literally just flopped Logan on the ground, dude. And the fact that the crowd was just so in the middle of their chants that Jey Uso botched and they didn't have time to fucking check it, that they still chanted his fucking Yeet. That is just beyond hilarious, dude. That was the most Jey Uso shit I've ever seen in my life.
It really is, bro. The Bronze, Cody Rhodes and the Bronze come out there, and then Cody and Punk come out there. The two co-captains, they come out there to equalize the advantage match. In past years, during the advantage match, wasn't everybody barred from ringside? Or else, like, they immediately lost the advantage? I swear that used to be a rule.
It used to be 100% a rule, dude. Don't know why they didn't do it here, and like, why wouldn't you? Because what is this? What is the purpose of the advantage if they could just fuck each other over?
I was gonna say, if you could cheat to win the advantage, then what the fuck? You might as well just flip a coin.
Yeah, you might as well just flip a coin. Yeah, and the fact that it's just, the shit's gonna end up in a brawl anyway, you just flip a coin and just end it in a brawl anyway, because that's what you're gonna do.
Literally. So, everybody's crowded up on the outside, and Jey Uso does a splash onto everybody on the outside. Jimmy's sitting there watching the shit. Logan Paul comes up from behind him and rolls him up to give the heels the advantage. I don't think there's ever been a year where the baby faces got the advantage. At least for the men.
I was gonna ask you the same thing. I don't ever, at least like you said for the men, I don't ever remember the baby faces getting the advantage. Ever.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you once that that they got the advantage, bro. So immediately afterwards we get a brawl. The heels got the advantage on the brawl. We then get Roman Reigns coming out there to save everybody, clean house. He's Superman, but he's attacking all the guys on the stage. He's canning out Superman punches. They clear the ring of all the heels, and the babyfaces are standing in there. They start playing credits as if the show is about to end, like they didn't show us Brock Lesnar earlier in the night. And then they had Paul Heyman earlier in the night as well say Brock is here and he's looking for Roman Reigns. Then, later in the show, they literally show Brock Lesnar walking through the hallways. Yet, at the end of the show, they start playing credits and having Joe Tessitore do an outro as if the show's just about to go off the air, like they haven't A, mentioned Brock, and B, showed us Brock Lesnar looking for Roman Reigns.
It was literally, they showed him backstage pulling up and going into the fucking heels locker room. And you're just playing credits as if he's not here and he's not about to surprise, quote unquote, everybody here. Dog. Just play it straight, please.
The music hits, and out comes Unk as he is here for Roman Reigns. And Unk busts his shit on his entrance, bro.
This man then hit the pyro, hit his little kick, and he fucking slips on his ass and fucking falls.
Fucking Brock, dude. Dog. Unk, what are we doing? This man Brock Lesnar is doing his little, his little kick that he does, his pose that he has done about 1,000 times, and Unk deadass busts his shit on his entrance, bro. This man fell on his ass and then rolled back. Dude, the one cool thing to come out of that, other than it being utterly hilarious watching Unk bust his shit, he gets up laughing and puts his cowboy hat on Braun Breaker. I wish they would have shot that more, because we all know the match is going to happen, and they can use that as a seed planted for Lesnar, sort of, big broing Braun Breaker, which I thought I thought could be used, in the future for some cool stuff. But as for this, I actually did like how Brock kind of looked like a team player. He walked down the ramp and he starts like putting his arm around everybody, like trying to, I guess, formulate a plan. It looked pretty cool, especially because when they announced Brock for this match, I fully expected Brock to just be like a vibe killer and to like, just kind of not adhere to just kind of do whatever the fuck he wants. That is one worry I have for Saturday, because he did it in the Elimination Chamber before, where he just busted through the glass and just completely just did whatever the fuck he wanted to do. If he doesn't start, I would actually like for him to hang out in the cage and to be a caged beast. I actually think that would be a cool visual. But I really hope he doesn't just, again, fucking rip the door open or do some Brock Lesnar shit. But I actually like how he actually looked like he actually wanted to be involved in War Games, rather than just completely ignoring that there's 4 other dudes that are on his team. So I did like that, but yeah, and then they all brawled at the end, and they cut the show out before the show ended, or before the brawl ended, which I am glad with, because from what we've seen, it ended with all the baby faces pouring prime on Logan Paul. So I'm glad that ended. Yeah, I'm glad that ended when it did. But yeah, I mean, again, Brock busts his shit. Unk's out here just busting his shit on his entrance. And then, yeah, again, I did like him, sort of looking like he actually wanted to be involved in a War Games team.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Overall, it was hilarious, and he did treated Braun like he was a fucking fan in the crowd, giving him his hat. I was like, why did he just treat him like he's some kid in the crowd? So that was kind of funny, and the fact that they like kept trying to cut away from it to hide it, I'm like, dude, just show it. It's a fucking hilarious moment. Yeah, play into it. But that was fucking funny, bro. Really slid on his own entrance. And they run into fucking 5 seconds of a brawl and then cut the fucking show feed. Don't know why you're on Netflix at this point. It's no different from cable, but decent little thing here, man. I like how Brock actually looked like he wanted to be there for once, which was nice, and it was a solid setup for the men's side for War Games, and no way the heels get the advantage.
I know, right? Who would have guessed? Man, who would have guessed that?
Guessed?
Yeah, but again, same thing as the women. It ended with a brawl, and that was about all you're gonna get from. That's about all you're gonna get from War Games, man. But that's about all you're gonna get from the War Games build. I mean, but yeah, man, that is pretty much everything, bro. That is pretty much everything. Yeah, that's everything, man. That's everything. So that was your War Games build again. In my honest opinion, pretty lackluster build. Pretty lackluster build for War Games this year. And a pretty lackluster go-home show, man. I mean, again, still no Lyra and Bailey. I'm going to complain about that for a while, because that was, in my opinion, probably the best story about Monday Night Raw. Also, too, seems like they completely dropped the whole Jey Uso, unless Jey pulls a swerve and fucking costs everybody, which I do expect the heels to win anyway. I actually wouldn't be shocked if Jey Uso ended up just saying fuck it and, beating the shit out of, I mean, there's 2 champions in there, so we know he's got a, he's got tunnel vision on, these championships or whatever. So we know that. And then I don't know. I don't know what could happen. So hopefully they do something somewhat interesting though, man, because yeah, going into Saturday, man, to be honest, not too much excitement. As for the women's War Games advantage, are we getting that on Friday? When is that happening? I'm assuming Friday.
I would assume so.
Yeah, so that is everything, man. That's everything for you guys. As yeah, this has been episode 275 of NHP Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much for tapping in with us. We got OG, we got Logan, we got New Wrestling World Order, we got my guy Lon Dog, we got Lonnie in the house, and we got Mr. Walking Down and cut that shiz off. We have Mr. Walk him down and run that event. Gotti, my brother, good luck with your event, man. I'm very proud of you, bro. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of your message. My dog, very proud of you, bro. Have fun. Oh, it did happen already. Oh, wow. Did it? I thought they just announced.
Oh, wow.
I thought they just announced AJ. Oh.
Damn, I really.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
Damn, look.
Whoa, I'm way out of the loop.
I did not know that.
My bad. But yes, Gotti, good luck with your event, bro. Very proud of you, man. And yeah, that is everything, man. That is everything. So with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
That's okay.
And that is gonna do it for this edition of NHP. This has been NHP Unscripted, episode 275. Thank you guys so very much. And it has been always a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all on Friday, 12 p.m. Central, with the news and Survivor Series War Games San Diego predictions.
Peace.